Oh my, is it safe to come out yet? Friday night was sheer pandemonium. Twitter was on fire. The Ark Discord was going absolutely meltdown nuclear. And most of this could have been avoided with a little bit of savvy. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's LtBuzzLitebeer. And if you've ever watched one of those WWE Royal Rumbles, that's basically how the community was feeling once this past Ark Community Crunch dropped, as there was nothing there for Ark Survival Ascended. But I will cover what was in the crunch, plus I've got a bunch of other details along with a lot of thoughts on everything, because you knew I would have a lot of those as well. Thanks again for your continued support for my Ark uploads. If you haven't already done so, make sure to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. Likes, comments, shares are greatly appreciated. Chapters are there and available for a smooth and easy viewing experience. And this one's going to have just a touch of heat to it. So here we go. A bit of a break from our normal news format here, as we need to quickly lay down a recap for context. This past Monday, out of the blue, this Raptor photo just happens to appear over on Twitter. It is immediately latched onto. Big news, huge speculations. Could this mean Ark Survival Ascended was going to drop this past week? Of course, we now know that none of that was going to happen. I posted a video about this Twitter Raptor photo as well, stating that it did look improved over ASE, but we needed to see actual gameplay outside of a photo mode, which we still haven't seen. Adding to this, during the week, Dolly, community manager at Wildcard, and Doug H., co-founder at Studio Wildcard, made public comments that they've seen the actual Ark Ascended trailer, and that we weren't ready for just how damn good looking it was going to be. Quote, "A little tease, I just watched the Ark ASA trailer and holy dino shit, I was floored. I can't wait till the rest of the world can see what I've seen, because I hate keeping secrets." Yeah, not the most subtle of messaging, and you could see the heat on the stove ratchet up a few notches as all of this started rolling in. More and more speculation started swirling in from within the community. Surely it was going to be this past Friday, October the 20th, that the Ark Survival Ascended trailer would finally appear. I mean, after all of that, a random ASA Raptor shot appears, which happens to be the first in-game art we've seen for Ark Ascended. You've got public statements from within Wildcard, other various studio employees also chiming in on Twitter about how good it was looking, and we got the Dreadnoughtus Concept art and a spread on the Ark Wiki receiving different skins based on the DLC it is attached to. And we might as well look over Big D while we're on the topic. I mean, it does look quite detailed with the glowing purplish circles down the spine. It should fit nicely into Extinction, and the size of the human shows that Dreadnoughtus is massive. Not as big as I thought it would be, but it's still a massive dino. But again, all eyes were on ASA. All expectations were on ASA, and so much of the Ark community backlash could have been avoided, which we need to get into now. First thoughts on this one goes all the way back to the end of September, when the official ASE servers were sunsetted and all players wishing to continue on were forced onto rented Nitrado servers. This was no comma, there was no continuation, and when a studio does something like this, it creates an immediate rift between the player base and the studio. I mean, think back to Bungie and how the community responded to legacy content being sunsetted out of the game, and how the Destiny community responded to that action, and how much anger there was flying around in that community. Except with Ark Survival Evolved, the entire game was shuttered, and anyone wanting to continue their legacy adventures were then forced onto a singular, not very popular rental platform, and at their own expense. This was, of course, explained by Wildcard as a necessary step so they could have a clean slate to build up and install Ark Ascended on, but the sentiment there from the player base was one of greed, taking away content, taking away support, forcing rentals on servers with zero options, possible ways to nuke the entire ASE experience in the Nitrado agreements, But that is what it is. It's in the past, but it's still there and it was boiling underneath the surface. Which brings us to Monday. Now, why a random Ark Ascended Raptor photo was just thoughtlessly posted to Twitter out of the blue was something I think most of us are still scratching our heads over. Here it is, what the community has been clamoring for, something real, something tangible outside of concept artwork for Ark Survival Ascended, and it just appears on Twitter on a random Monday afternoon. Now, maybe I'm in the minority on this one, but the Raptor photo should have been the centerpiece for this most recent community crunch. No offense to Big D, but the crunch is where the Raptor should have made its appearance, especially if Wildcard knew that the trailer would not be posted by Friday, which many players suspect they knew. On top of that Raptor photo, the PC specs should have been included in that community crunch, and these are still badly needed by the player base. Even on modern hardware, ASE did not perform the best, and I know that many PC players are sweating it out, wondering if their rigs will be able to handle something that sounds quite a bit more intensive than Ark Survival Evolved ever was in terms of requirements for PC builds. Now, at this point, the only indication we've seen about anything PC related was a response in the Ark Discord to a question about features that are to be included in Ark Ascended, when it was confirmed that frame generation will be in the game, which is only available on a 4000 series GPU. Now, it's not the end of the world to not have it, but if someone is wanting that feature to work, they're going to need time and the funds to go out and purchase the right components. And still, there has not been even a hint as to what the PC requirements will be for Ark Survival Ascended. And circling back to that missing trailer and the speculation that it has not been shown due to the point that the console version of ASA is still in the certification process. And therefore, since a definitive date cannot be established and can't be shown at the end of the trailer, the entire trailer must be held until it's completed. Which, if I may, I will now blow that theory completely out of the water with this little art demonstration. Here we go with the end of the trailer. It's just now finished up. It looked amazing. And here is the splash screen at the end. Let's add in a little color, roar, just imagine the sound effects, add in the ASA logo like so, and in the piece to make sure that no definitive dates are missed, no console agreements are broken, coming soon. Boom. Here you go, Wildcard. Problem solved. The ASA trailer can now air. Ark fans everywhere can now see what they're going to be paying for. Hopefully the PC requirements are showing up in the trailer, and I will send along my invoice for this artwork. All joking aside, that is not what happened. And this self-inflicted Wildcard wound finally reached a boiling point when Crunch 384 posted at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday night. Twitter was, of course, pissed, but what was really shocking was just how heated it got on the official Ark Discord. Slow mode was implemented and cranked up to a 2-hour wait to post anything. Now, I've heard it was either implemented for a 5-hour window or that the posts were limited to 1 per every 5 hours, but the point was made. Anyone caught spamming Ark Survival Ascended was immediately right-click banned, as admitted by the moderators, and in general, the Discord was a shit show for the better part of half a day. Again, totally avoidable if the communication, but more specifically, the posts were pushed live in the correct manner, but Wildcard has now learned what happens when you put the cart before the horse. Subsequent moderator posts have shown a slightly snarky tone to them, almost like all of this ASA hype is your faults and it sucks to be you. But the general topic of these messages have been that this week will be lit. Or to quote them directly, this next week is fire. Now, I truly hope for every Ark fan out there that this week is everything that it is being built up to be, that ASA is the messiah of Ark experiences as it has been advertised to be. Now, maybe I'm a little on the skeptical side. I mean, who are we kidding? I'm firmly entrenched on that side, but it comes from experience. If anything, this has been one of the oddest series of events leading up to a major gaming launch that I can remember. Free upgrade to expensive bundle to even more expensive bundle to delays, no information shutting down servers, forcing rentals, no information again, deadlines looming, and random teases coming out of nowhere. Again, I've never seen anything like this in gaming history. Maybe that's the point. Maybe Wildcard is trying out this new theory that no trailer, no Steam page, no PC requirements, no information, and shutting down their most successful game to date a month prior is indeed the best marketing strategy in the history of the industry. The Week of Fire starts tomorrow. I've already got my popcorn and marshmallows and will be watching with bated breath. So, not much info in this one, as there really isn't much to report on, but I wanted to air out some of the community grievances with the whole thing, and I of course look forward to reading your feedback in the comments section below. Remember to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. Likes, comments, shares are of course greatly appreciated. All my socials can be found in the video description. Shout out to the now over 175,000 of you that have stuck with me for my ARC uploads, and a special thanks goes out to my patrons and to those of you who graciously send over those YouTube super chats. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer signing off.